Welcome to our very first Pokemon episode here on Toy Pizza.
We're covering minifigures and Eevee Evolution plush.
And one of the best Ash Ketchum figures I've ever seen.
And I'm an old guy who doesn't know anything about Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all.
Digimonsters, digital monsters, Digimons are the champions. So these minifigures are the type that Tomy made in Japan?
I bought these at, Toys R Us, Walmart, that kind of thing.
Yeah, a lot of them were sold in 2-packs, like
2 or 3 packs.
If you eat one of these, you're gonna get a Tomy egg.
So what we're gonna do is test Jesse's knowledge since he knows nothing about Pokemon, and he's gonna try and name them.
Blastoise.
Okay,
Very
good.
I know
All right,
that
off
one.
to a good start.
Another Blastoise.
Okay.
Oh, that's wrong.
Well,
Okay.
it's a duplicate. Yep.
Moth-free.
Okay, we'll
Oh,
take
close,
it.
Venonat.
Venonat.
Tilt-a-whirl.
3-pack,
So this
though.
is the evolution of Poliwhirl.
Yeah,
Right,
so-
it's a little
no,
out of
well,
order. He goes on the
We're
end.
talking over each other. Biscuit. Voltar? Voltichu. Squirtle. Come on,
Okay,
Squirtle.
good job.
Me too? You too.
Yes,
You
you too. You got
too.
it. It's
This
like,
is Bono.
So much Pokemon!
Right here, we have a collection of minifigures. Most of them are from my house or Nikki's house, like our childhood collection, but there are a few in here that are actually newer that I got from Nintendo World here in New York.
As you can see, there is a difference in color. Actually, some of the molds are different, but like right here, these Charmanders are actually very, very close. And honestly, from the 90s, these are actually kind of bad Charmanders.
Yeah.
So fast forward to, 2013 or 2014, you got this really accurate Charmander. But,
They look like bootlegs.
Yeah, they really do. And compare the two Squirtles.
Like this Blastoise, like look how fat and bloated he looks, where here he's like, I'm ready to take on anyone,
He's ready to blast it with piss.
A lot of the older ones actually have holes on the bottom, like pencil toppers.
Yeah.
If these are the US versions, it could have been because of a licensing arrangement. They were only technically allowed to make pencil toppers, not PVC figurines. So that would be one way around
Like
a
a
legal arrangement.
A loophole.
I got this Pikachu 3-pack back in the day that I remember, and I used to love it so much. The facial expressions that Pikachu makes still are really, really great. But he also used to be really fat.
But actually, it resembles the game art very, very closely.
Right.
Like Pikachu, like that first Pokemon card
Yes.
of Pikachu, he looks like this.
Yeah, so this one is yours, Nikki, actually. It's a Gengar. Since he's a ghost, he's see-through.
Yeah, this is definitely like
One of the cooler ones.
He just reminds me of a great Jolly Rancher.
Speaking from a production background, this is clear plastic, and it was manufactured in a factory.
They still continue to make these guys.
You can actually still pick up these minifigures, like we covered today. They look a lot better than they used to. They're about $4.99, $5, depending where you pick them up, and that's each. At least at the Nintendo store they are.
Also from the 90s, aside from the minifigures, they did have a line of larger Pokemon figures.
Yeah.
And then this Charmander was motion censored. Unfortunately, the battery has died, but not only would he speak, his tail would light up as well. And this is actually one of my favorite toys of all time.
Stick around, because after this, we're going to have some epic cheat meal recipes for you and your Pokemon to cool down with after CrossFit.
The other day, Cade and I were at Image Anime. Wing behind the counter was like, you know what? You guys would be interested in an Ash Ketchum figurine. And literally, it's the best one that I have seen. It is also available as a female Pokemon catcher, but...
Catcher?
Trainer!
Trainer!
Even I know that, and I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Pokemon catcher!
Okay, this is from X and Y. You can tell from Ash's clothes.
Yeah.
Comes with a little mini Pikachu, and it's made from Tomy as well. He is limited, like his arm can only bend one way, so I couldn't have his arm face forward.
This figure actually has a really great range of motion. The one thing that would make it perfect would be a swivel joint right here where the bicep meets the shirt.
Or even the wrists.
Yeah, the wrists and the ankles don't.
I said the one thing.
This Ash Ketchum cost me about $30, and again, it's one of the better Ash Ketchum figures that I've seen, and it's actually the first one that I've owned. And also, he's pretty in scale with the Pikachu, not to mention all the other minifigures that we have here at the office, so he can sit proudly next to your baby Charizard.
Well, no, not the Charizard, but...
From UCC, we have Tomy Pokemon Eevee Evolutions, all 9.
Yeah, these are brand new. They're not in stores just yet, but these are definitely the best versions of Eevee or the Eevee Evolution plushes.
They're so soft and absorbent.
Why absorbent?
So yeah, we have Eevee, we've got the first 3 evolutions, Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon. Then the next 2, we've got Espeon and Umbreon. And then next up, we had...
This is where I got lost.
Glaceon in Generation 4 was introduced, as well as Leafeon. And then, in Gen 6, we got one new fairy type, Sylveon. In my opinion, they all look really, really good, and they nailed it. But my favorite of the bunch is probably Vaporeon.
Flareon has just always been so plush, and they definitely match that with this, very soft, material. You saw him here first, UCC, Tomy Pokemon Eevee Evolutions.
Mwah. I came in here not knowing anything about Pokemon, and I'm leaving knowing a lot less.
And this is just one of the many episodes that we can do all about Pokemon.
So subscribe and share for more episodes of Toy Pizza.
Pizza out.
Pizza out.
Pika out.
Pika out.
Pika.
Toy
Pika.
Pika out.
Pikadio.
Oshawott. It's one of the newer ones, actually.
Come on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to answer it here.
Well,
No, come on.